Alright, welcome gamers to Board Game TV, and today is Shadow Sunday. And we got a new group of heroes we're going to be playing with. We have the Indian Scout. He comes with Savage Attack, use 1 grit to gain 2 combat. Once per adventure you may discard and redraw an exploration token or encounter card just revealed. He has +1 move. He came with an Indian Hatchet. Your combat hits are +1 damage, a carbine, which is really good, and his personal item was this ribbon, +1 agility, and he may remove 1 corruption at the end of the adventure from himself. He's kind of course, based on the old, I guess, prototype, the Indian Scout prototype, Tonto. You know, those that were always in those old Western movies and stuff like that. So we base him off of. And then we have our U.S. Marshal, and he came with a personal item with a weathered hat. He may re-roll a single defense roll. Of course, he has the lantern. The Marshal badge, the shotgun, cleaning up the West. Anytime you kill an enemy, you may heal 1 wound and 1 sanity. Double shot shotgun. Once per turn, when you kill an enemy with a shotgun, you gain +1 shot with that gun. Then we have our, I wanted to base him kind of, since he came with the shotgun, but I kind of wanted to base him off the old, there's this old show, I think it's from the 60s or 50s, it's a black and white, called The Rifleman with Chuck Connors. It's a really cool little show, Western show, and Chuck Connors was like the law, and he went to town with that rifle. Now our Marshal doesn't have the rifle, but I kind of wanted to base him off of that a little bit. And maybe, you know, Marshall Dillon and stuff like that. Our Preacher here, he's going to be a little bit of a different player, the way he plays. He came with Ancient Coin. That's his personal item. +1 lore, once per adventure, fully heal your health. He has the Holy Book, which gives him +1 combat. Missionary, when performing a blessing sermon, you may re-roll 1 of the casting dice. And Scourge of the Dead, you are +1 damage on all your attacks against undead enemies. He cannot use guns, but he comes with these faith tokens. And what he can do is he gets more powerful. He can gain more of these sermons. And these sermons help him. There are 2 types. There's really blessings sermons and judgment sermons. Blessings, of course, are like protection and buffs and stuff like that, and healing, whereas judgment sermons are more offensive in nature. I gave him Intervention, cancel a darkness card. You may spend 1 extra faith to cancel a growing dread card instead. Faith healing, for each faith spent on the cost of faith healing, you may heal 1 wound from yourself or an adjacent hero. And Smite. Choose 1 model within range to immediately take D6 wounds with no defense. Well, that's pretty good. And basically what you have to do is you have to spend these tokens. Like this Intervention says it costs 2 faith tokens. Well, he gets 3. He started with 2, but the Holy Book gave him an extra 1. So you would spend the tokens and you would roll 2 dice, and you have to get higher than the number on the card. And if you get higher than that number, hey, you can do what it says on that card. And this helps because performing a blessing, I can re-roll 1 of the casting dice if I don't make it. As for the story, we're going to be playing Seal the Void Gate mission, but is this mission right here. But our background story is going to be a little different. And what our background story is that the government got wind a little bit of what was going on in Brimstone. The government, knew about the Scafford gang, who were outlaws after the war, hiding down around there. They've gotten intelligence about the cult of the Crimson Hand going around stirring trouble, and they've got stories about little portals to other dimensions and stuff like that, and monsters. So they sent a group in with a scientist to go down there and investigate. Well, the group was wiped out. Only the scientist lived, and he may become mentioned in some of more further along stories. And he made it back, tell them what happened, and he was telling about how they discovered this occult book that the cult of the Crimson Hand wanted, and this occult book was used to open magical gates to other worlds. And they ran in there, they discovered the cult of the Crimson Hand. There was a big battle, everybody died except the scientist, but the gate was still standing in there. So the government sends in, I guess you can call it their A-team, to go in and try to stop. First of all, they know the location of the mine, thanks to the scientist. They have to go into the mine, find that book, and then use that book. The preacher can use that book to seal the void gate. And so that's going to be our first mission with our, well, I like to call them X-Files, Old West style team, but they're our government team. So when the first clue comes around, we'll find the journal of the occult book, and it's in a stack somewhere, so I'm just going to use these journal pages as the token to find the occult book. And then the second clue, something's going to happen, and then the third clue, of course, will probably be the end. So we're ready to go. Let's get started. Of course, our initiative levels, the Indian, of course, is definitely got the highest initiative, then the marshal. The preacher, he's a little slow, as you can see, but it is what it is, and we can get going. Now, first thing, of course, what we have to do is roll for darkness. So it's a roll for darkness, and of course I don't make it, I never do, so we got to move that one time. And let's get going. And the Indian rolls a 5. Oh, and the Indian has dynamite, the marshal has the whiskey, the preacher has the bandages. So the Indian can move 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He can come to the edge here and peer in. Remember, he is +1 move, so there is that. And that's what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to get a map card, and we get a mining room. So let me find the old mining room here. Here we go. And then of course we're going to stick this on like this. There we go. And we're going to put our exploration token right there. And now it will be the marshal's turn. He rolls a 3. 1. He started there at 1, 2, 3. So he's there. And then our preacher. 3. 1, 2, 3. And we'll go ahead and move this here. And since he is part way in that room, let's go ahead and flip the exploration token and see what we find. And we have an attack right off the bat. Now this says a gate, but we're not dealing with the gates here. So we have one gate. So basically we just have one door. So let's see where that door appears. 5, 6. Looks like it's going to appear down here. So let's close off our gate here in our mine here. Let's see here. Oh, all right. So we put that there, and we'll put that there. Now we have an attack, and it's a medium threat. And so we have 6 stranglers. That's great. 6 stranglers we got to deal with. So let me put them on the board, and we'll get going. Okay, we got the board set up. We got the stranglers on the board, and it is the next turn. So let's go ahead and roll for darkness. First thing we got to do. And we got it that time. And the Indian, he has the highest initiative, so he will go. And actually, he's going to throw his dynamite. He's going to try to throw it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to try to throw it right here. That's the farthest he can throw it. And we have to make our 2-hit roll. And we do. And so it is going to blow up, of course. Each target takes D6 wounds, ignoring defense. I know it's a little risky to go ahead and using our dynamite now, but let's just say our Indian panicked. I was like, I ain't never seen nothing like this before. And well, boom, we got to get some of these guys out of here. So these three are going to be targeted. So they have a health of 3. And remember, we do miss defense. We're going to re-roll that. The grit. Okay. Alright, it's there. We're going to spin that. And this one takes 2 wounds. Come on. With the damn crappy rolling here. So he killed 1 off the board. Ugh, that was not the greatest, but he does get 25 experience for that. And my chicken riding. And the dynamite is gone. Hopefully we can find some more. That's why I used it. Okay. Now he has 2 combat. So he can do another attack. Because the dynamite was just 1. And of course he has the carbine. And it's 3 shots. No, actually we can't do that. Yeah, that's right. Because yeah, that's right. Use 1 grit to gain +2 combat until the end of turn. That's melee attacks. So that's it for that. I thought we would do it a little bit better, but the rolling the dice is a horrible mistress. But let's roll for movement 3, and I'm gonna back him up 3 spaces actually. 1, 2, 3. And so it's the Strangler's turn, and they get to move, and they have a movement of 6. So we're gonna move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll put in little wounds there. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And of course they get to attack. And it looks like the scout and the marshal is getting attacked. So they have 4 combat. They only do 1 damage. Now, if they hit a 6, that counts as 3 hits. Well, they didn't get a 6, but they did get 3 hits on the marshal. And the marshal's going to roll for his defense. And he has actually a good defense of 3+, and he passed that all the way. So the Indian scout's up. Okay, wow, 6, 7 hits. Wow. Okay, 4 and 3. And his defense is 4. So he takes 3 hits. He passed those 4. Okay. And now it's the marshal's turn, and he has the shotgun. And he's going to shoot this one right there. He only has 1 shot, but we use a D8. Oh, well, look at that. Critical hit. Okay. So, wow. And we roll a D8 again. 3. Now that's going to kill it, because we ignore defense. Alright. He gets a +1 shot when he kills an enemy. So he's going to roll again and do that to this wounded guy here. and he got a critical hit again, and he killed it. So 3 stranglers are dead, and that gives him 50 experience points. For doing that. Okay, it's the priest's turn, the preacher. He is not going to fight because he's in the back. However, he is going to try to do a faith healing and try to heal a wound from the Indian. So he's going to spend 1 faith token to do that. Actually, it doesn't cost any. Oh, for each faith token you spend. Okay, he's going to spend all 3. And you're going to try to do that. And he's successful. So, he spent all 3 and he heals all 3 wounds from the Indian. Scout. And that's great. And he doesn't get any experience for that, which is a little weird, but hey, who knows. And that's the end of that turn. So, roll the darkness. There we go. And we, it's our turn again, and it's the Indian scout. And he's going to use the carbine, and he has 3 shots with that thing. So let's roll. You know, we never roll for movement on our marshal and our preacher, so let's do that real quick. No, okay, no grit. Alright, well, we're going to roll for movement on our scout. No grit, okay. And, yeah, he's going to fire 3 shots. And let's see what hits. Okay, well, you got 2 hits. Okay, he didn't do much damage to any of them, as a matter of fact. He did 1 damage to this guy right here, which is enough to kill it. So that one is taken off the board, and he gains 25 experience points. It is the Strangler's turn, and of course, basically all we're going to have them do is just move up here and here, and we're going to redo some attacks here. And we'll start with the marshal first. Alright, and they hit 3 times. And he's able to prevent 1, but he's going to take 2 wounds. And the scout, wow, he only got hit once. And he takes a wound. Okay, so it's the marshal's turn, and of course he's going to use his trusty old shotgun to pop the one in front of him. And he missed. We're going to spend a grit, and we're going to re-roll that. 7. He got a critical hit. He kills it. Dead. Now, anytime you kill an enemy, you may heal 1 wound and 1 sanity and gain 10 experience points. So he's going to do that. He's going to heal himself. And he gains 35 experience for that. And he gets another shot for killing that enemy. So, another critical hit. And that's kill. So, they wiped out the Stranglers pretty good. Alright. And that's the end of that. Except for the preacher, he's going to go ahead and go. And he's going to spend how many wounds? 1 faith. It's not going to matter. But he'll spend a faith to try to heal. And he doesn't get it, but I can re-roll. And we do. And so the Indian scout is healed. Yeah, that actually didn't go too bad. So we get to catch our breath. He's going to heal. And we each draw a loot card. Alright. The Indian gets a gear card. Matches. Discard to ignore voices in the dark. Well, that's not really okay. Yeah, I could have got something better than that. All right, the Marshal gets 20 experience and $50 cash. And the Preacher, he gains a gear card. 20 experience. I forgot to give that 20 to the Indian. And he gains Mark of the Void. Use 2 Darkstone to attach to any item, +1 damage to void enemies. Yeah, that might be something to trade or do later on. It's not too bad. So put his faith back on the board. And that is the end of that turn, and we got rid of the Stranglers. Well, that wasn't too bad. And now, of course, we have to roll for darkness. 12. Okay, so we got both doubles. And this was a wrong time to roll double sixes. Each hero may immediately heal D6 wounds or recover 1 grit. Oh boy, that was the wrong time to do that, but we do get to recover 1 grit each. So there's that. Alright, it's the Indian's turn. He's going to go ahead and roll. He rolls a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move him 5. And he'll scavenge. And he's failed on that. The Marshal's turn. He rolls a 2. And the Preacher's turn. He rolls a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And since he's on this tile, he'll scavenge as well. And he did not succeed. And so that is the end of that turn. And let's roll for darkness. And we got an 8, so we're good. And now it is the Indian's turn. He rolls a 5, 1, 2, and then we will draw a new map deck card. And we got, wait a minute, are that doubles there? I don't know, let me see. Yeah. That kind of is, I think. That's fine though. We get another mining room. I like to have both of the base set tiles in here, so that's fine. It go like this, so it would go like this. Okay, let's put an exploration token on the board. And he had, how many moves was that? I think he was there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just put him there, and then that'll be it. The Marshal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll move him there. And the Preacher, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're caught up with each other. We have a new thing on the board. And let's flip the exploration token and see what we got. And we have an encounter, and we have 2 encounters and our first clue token. We only have 1 door, so let's figure out where this door is going to go. It's going to go on 1. So, okay, let's go right there. Yeah, all right. Oops. And since this is not a specific tile, however, we're going to find out. But first, we found the journal. So let's see what happens with that. The first clue the heroes find is the location of the ill previous expedition, as well as the location of the cult book they were counting. Ignore any attacks or encounters on the token. Instead, the heroes must draw a threat card that is 1 threat level higher than normal to battle. These are the creatures that killed the first expedition. At the end of the fight, the heroes find the occult book. Okay, so we don't have encounters. We have to draw a high threat card. And actually, this ought to be real fun. Put that there. And what do we get? We get 6 bandits and 1 low threat card. Okay. And a slasher. 6 bandits and a slasher. Well, okay, let's just say that the bandits were the ones that killed the group. Let's say they were working for the Crimson Hand, hired guns or something. And the slasher came in through the void at that time. So, yeah, okay. We'll say that. Alright, well, looks like we're going to have some shootouts here. Alright, let me set the heroes up and we'll get right back to it. But before we do that, I wanted to try and scavenge. They're on both tiles. I wanted to try to scavenge with the Marshal and the Preacher. So the Marshal scavenged successfully. So we put a scavenge token there. Let's see what happens. Draw a darkness card. Ah, great. I hate those. Yeah, come on. Okay. So we have to draw a darkness card here. Add a growing dread card to the stack. Okay, now as the Preacher, it was that turn, and I'm going to try to do intervention. And I'm going to try to cancel this darkness card. I can spend 2 faith, which I will do, and I will roll 2 dice. I get to re-roll one of them. Oh, wow, that's not going to help. Okay, I can spend a grit. Let's do that. Okay, and then I can re-roll that, and I did not get it. God damn it. So we got to add a growing dread card to the stack. I can always try again because it says spend 1 extra faith, which I do have, to cancel a growing dread card instead. So next turn I can try to do that. Remember, we don't have to reveal the growing dread cards until the end of the game. So there's that. So let's put the bandits and the slasher on the board, and we'll get that. Now, as you can see, you may be saying, man, that's a high threat card. Why are there bandits on there? Well, we have 6 of them for one. The bandits have 3 shots, 2 damage each, and if they hit a roll of 6, they cost 3 hits each. Now, you know, they of course need a 5+ to hit, but still, they're not. It's not going to be easy going when you got 3 shots apiece. So, you know, and they have first go. So, how are we going to do this? Let's see. All right. Well, he is going. We'll go in order from top to bottom, I guess. He, of course, is going to shoot at the Indian. So he gets his 3 shots. He needs a 5+. And, of course, 2 hits. And one's a 6. So that's 4 hits. Alright, the Indian blocks 2. So the Indian takes now 4 damage. Okay. The next one is going to hit the Preacher in this little area that he can. I mean, the Preacher's right here. He's going to try to hit the Preacher. So he gets 3 shots. Of course, I roll spectacular with the freaking bad guys. I don't know why. Oh, it's so frustrating. Okay, so that's 6, 7 hits for the Preacher. 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, defense. We needed a 5+. We only got 2, so he's going to take 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 times 2 is 10. He's going to take 10 damage. He has a health of 12, so it's not good. Okay, we have the next bandit here. We'll do this one, and he is going to hit the Indian. Alright, well, 3 hits. And the Indian is able to block 1, so he takes 2 damage. Okay, and then he's going to attack the Marshal. course, with the 6s. That's 4 hits, and the marshal defended, well, he defended every one of them. Look at that. Okay, now we have this one, and he's going to attack the marshal. Oh, Jesus. 6, 7 hits. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh man, the marshal defends, takes 4 wounds. Okay. And then we have this last one here who can't really hit anybody, so he's going to move 1, 2, 3 and shoot at the marshal. 4, 5. Yeah, and shoot at the marshal. We'll put him there. Okay. Jeez, no 6s this time? Alright, so the marshal defended. And now it is the Indian's turn. I guess that dynamite would have been good there. Okay. Well, he's going to shoot. He's got 3 shots with his carbine. So might as well shoot some Indians, some bandits here. Of course, here come the ones. Look at this. We're going to spend a grit to re-roll one. Okay. Well, that was a waste. Okay, so he does... Look at that. No damage whatsoever. God. Okay, the slasher goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's adjacent to the Indian, and he's going to attack. Alright, 2 combat. Look at that. 6. And he misses. So he's going to take 6 damage, of course, and the Indian is down. Okay. It's the marshal's turn. And he's going to use the shotgun. I mean, I don't know what else to say about this. This is just terrible. Alright, so he's going to aim at a bandit. 4. Well, that's a hit, but no kill. 8. Okay, he kills one. So one bandit is gone. Alright. Time you kill an enemy, you may heal 1 wound and gain 10 experience points. That's what he's going to do. And he's going to gain 25 for that. And then he's going to use the other shot. And that's a 1, but we're going to re-roll that. That's a 2. Okay, so that's terrible. Oh, I've been forgetting his hat. Okay. And now it is the preacher's turn. And the preacher's going to do a blessing. And he's actually going to heal the Indian scout. He's down, he can try to heal him. He's going to spend 3 faith. Alright, well, I'm going to have to re-roll that. Alright, he does. So he heals the Indian scout, so we do not have to use a revive token. And he heals 3 faith. However, Indian scout did get knocked out, so we have to roll on the Indian chart. And we rolled a 7. Concussion. You are -1 initiative. Okay. So now he has initiative of 4. Oh man, that's terrible. And that is the end of that turn. So let's roll for darkness. Oh, we made it. I can't believe it. And it's the bandit's turn. And we'll start from right to left. He will shoot at the marshal. And he only did 1 hit. The marshal defended. Okay. He will shoot at the Indian. Okay, well that's 2 6s and a 3, so that's 6 hits. Okay, and we defended actually 4 of them, so he takes 2 damage. So he's back at back where he kind of was. He's at 9 wounds. That's okay. Alright, this guy, he really can't hit anybody. Well, I guess he can try to hit the Indian. Yeah, I guess you can say he could. So he's going to try to shoot the Indian. 1 hit. I'm sorry, 2 hits. No, 1 hit. 1 hit, yeah. Alright, defended that. Now we have these guys here. He'll move 1, 2, 3 and try to shoot the preacher. He missed every single one. Wow, that's lucky for the preacher. Now our last one gets 1, 2, and he's going to try to pop the marshal. 1 hit. Marshal defended. Okay, now it's the slasher's turn, and the slasher is of course is going to attack the Indian because he's right there. Alright, 2 combat. He hit 1 and he defended. So now it's our hero's turn, and the Indian goes first. First thing he has to do is he has to take 2 horror hits for being adjacent to the slasher. That doesn't make much sense. Maybe the bandits adopted him as a pet or something. Who knows? Alright, so he takes 1 horror hit. Okay, now it's his turn. And of course he has the carbine, and he's going to attack with the carbine. 3 people, 3 of them. Why not? We'll just see. We'll assign. All right. All right. So we hit 2, and we're going to try to be getting this one and this one. Let's see what we got. Okay. Well, one of them didn't even go through. Yeah, both of them didn't even go through. So no damage on any of them. It's the marshal's turn. This is getting terrible. Alright, well the marshal's going to shoot at this bandit here. Okay. And he hit him. And he did 8. So that kills this guy. Okay. So it's 25. Then he's going to heal a wound. Another 10. Then he gets his other shot. Of course, he's going to try one of them. 4. That's a hit. 6. That's just enough to kill it. So he kills him. Heals another wound. And gains some more experience. Okay, the preacher is going to do what he does best. He's going to do a blessing and try to heal the Indian. Oh, I'm sorry. I was supposed to roll 2 dice. Okay, he did it. And so he heals the Indian 3 wounds. And you know what I've been forgetting? Let's roll for grit for each one. Alright. The Indian would have got a grit. Let's give him a grit back. The marshal didn't. The preacher didn't. However, I am going to spend, let's say, because I would have got that grit at the turn, at the beginning of the Indian's turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend that grit. This is because I forgot. And I'm going to use this to gain +2 combat. And I'm using my Indian hatchet on my slasher here because, you know, he's freaking... All combat hits are +1 damage. We kind of need that. And look at that. I got 2 hits. One of them's a critical. Okay. Critical hits only reduce the slasher's defense to 2 rather than 0. That's fine. Alright, I rolled a 4 and a 2. Okay. I'm going to take that 4. And I get a +1 damage on that. So it's a 5. 2, 3. I'm trying to figure out, because I rolled a 4 and a 2, which is, one's the critical hit, one's... Alright, let's say this is the critical hit. His defense would go down to 2, but however, I did get +1. So that would be 1 wound on him. If I did that, I would get another +1 wound on him because his defense would be 4. So I would only take 2 damage off of him. However, if I say, okay, this was on the regular hit and this is on the critical hit, the critical hit would be 3 damage. So that's what I'm going to do. So the slasher takes 3 damage, and I do get 15 experience points for that. Okay. Alright, so that's the end of the turn. Let's roll for darkness. And we got it. Okay, so now we're back to our bandits and our slashers. And we're going to move. We're going to have him attack the preacher. We'll start right to left, as we always do. Okay. And the preacher gets his 4 hits. The preacher was able to defend 2. He takes 2 damage. Now the preacher's knocked out. There ain't gonna be no healing on that. Let's see what he gets. When knocked out. Huh. This is a long-lasting effect. There is no long-lasting effect. Okay. Well, I got lucky on that one. Alright. This bandit is shooting at the marshal. We got 1 hit. And he defended. This one's going to move here and attack the Indian. 1 hit. And he's not able to defend, so he takes 2 damage. Alright, now it is the slasher's turn. And the slasher is, of course, attacking the Indian. So, hit both times. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. So he's going to take, roll low, 1 damage. My God, I don't know how I'd live through that. Alright, 1 damage, so we're back at 9. Okay, now it's the hero's turn. Let's roll. Alright, no grit getting. Alright. He is going to attack the slasher. And we, that Indian hatchet's pretty good. We do 2 hits. +1 damage on it. Alright, so we did 1. Alright, it's enough to kill him. Okay, so the slasher's out. And that's going to be 25 experience points for the slasher death. But that's right, we do have to do our horror hits. And we passed. Okay, so now it is the marshal's turn. And the marshal's going to go, and of course he's going to roll for his grit. Didn't get it. He's going to do his shotgun. Okay, hit. And I believe that is a critical hit. So he kills another one. So he's going to heal 1 wound. And he's going to gain another 35 experience. And he's going to get another shot, actually. So, that's a miss. So, no. Can't do anything with that. Alright, now the preacher's turn, and we're going to revive. And we spent our first revive token. So, we heal all wounds. And grit. So, the preacher has spent his revive token. Now, he is going to spend his turn, and he's going to spend healing the Indian. First, though, we got to roll for movement. And he does. He gets another grit. Alright. So roll for movement. And then the heal. 5. He got it. So he heals the Indian 3 wounds. That is the end of that turn. So let us roll for darkness. We did not make it. So now we have a darkness card. Come out. Every hero must make a Spirit 5 plus test. If failed, draw a Growing Dread card and add it to the stack. Okay. Spirit. Our Indian has 3 Spirit. And he makes it. Our Marshal has 2 Spirit. I've been forgetting to do that, but he hadn't really needed it. He passes. And of course our Preacher has 4 Spirit. And he passes. So we got lucky on that one. Okay. Now it's the bandit's turn. There's 2 left. One's going to shoot at the Indian. One's going to shoot at the Marshal. Okay, well, one hits the Indian, but it's 3 hits. And he's going to defend. He defends. He only takes 2 damage. So our Indian's still alive. The Marshal here is going to get shot at. 2 hits. He's able to deflect 1, so he takes 2 damage. Okay, now it's our hero's turn, and the Indian goes first. Alright, he's got 3 shots. One's a crit. So he kills 1. That is 15. 4. So he does 1 damage. Actually, that's the crit. So he kills the other one. So that's another 15. And that is that. Alright. Well, let us catch our breath. But first, we're going to roll for some movement here. And we're going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay. He's going to heal the Indian. He gets it. So he heals him 3 wounds. Okay. Now, it's catch your breath time. We'll start with the Indian. Alright, he gets to heal 6. So he's fully healed. And gets rid of that sanity. The Marshal, he's fully healed. And the Preacher, he's fine. And now we get to draw 2 loot cards apiece. Alright, first one for the Indian. Gear card, 20 experience points. He gets Rune of Darkness. Use 1 to tap Darkstone attached. Anytime the darkness moves on the depth chart, you may heal 1 sanity. That's actually not too bad. Alright. The Marshal, first one, and he gets 50 bucks. And 20 experience. The Preacher. What's this? Draw an artifact card. Okay. He gets 20 experience and he gets an artifact, and let's see what he gets. Draw an artifact from the swamps of Jargo. No, 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 no. We're not going to do that. No, we don't have any swamps of Jargo kind of stuff. Artifacts deck. Oh, I didn't shuffle these from last time. Draw an artifact from the swamps of Jargo artifacts deck. Okay. I guess I can try to do that. I'm not sure if I want to. So he gets these hell bullets, which I guess he's immediately, since he doesn't use a gun, to give to the Indian. Yeah. Alright, they get to draw their second loot card, and we'll start with the Indian, and he gains 20 experience and some blood money. He's going to gain $50. Okay. Alright. The Marshal draws a loot card. Get some gold nuggets here. $200. Who says being a marshal doesn't pay? And the preacher gets a Darkstone shard. So we'll give him one of those. And that is their loot and everything from that round. Now also we're going to scavenge. I know. We shouldn't do that with these things, but he did not make it. The Marshal, he made it. Alright, so the Marshal scavenged. We have the occult book. The preacher has it. And the Marshal gets $25. That's not too bad. And 10 experience. Okay. Alright, so let me get the board resituated and we'll continue. Alright, we reconfigured the board. We're ready to go. Let's start off by rolling for darkness. 12 again. Well, alright, just everybody gains a grit. Couldn't happen last turn when our guy was knocked out, could it have? But okay, whatever. So the Indian will go, of course. He rolls a 3. I'm at 1. And let's draw a map card here. And we get a rail tunnel. Which should be here. Put that there. 2, 3. And of course, let's put our exploration token on the board. And our Marshal goes 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay, we'll put him there. And then the preacher will go. Of course, he'll get one step behind him. And let's see what we got here. And we have a clue. Alright, so this is our last clue. So this is what we've been looking for. So it looks like we're going to close off the room here. Okay, let's see what happens. Second clue, the heroes find the location of the Void Gate. Ignore any attacks or encounters listed on the exploration token. Also ignore any door gate icons on the token, as the ejector room has only one exit, and that is through the Void Gate. Heroes may not through the Void Gate, as it leads directly into the abyss of the void. Reveal all growing dread cards in the stack as normal, then the heroes must face an epic threat that is guarding the Void Gate. As long as the Void Gate is open, the creature summoning rule above is active in the final room. During the final fight, anytime the holdback darkness roll is failed, roll a d6 on a 1, 2, or 3. Immediately add a low threat card to the fight. Yeah. Also, the hero with the occult book may use the seal in the gate roll above. Okay. And that is when on the same map tile as the gate, the hero with the occult book may attempt to read from it once per turn. During his activation, make a Spirit 5+ test for a 5+ roll, gain 10 experience, and place a sanity marker on the gate. When there are 5 more sanity markers on the gate, it is sealed and the in-gate cap is replaced with the normal. Okay. If the hero with the occult book is KO'd, the book drops in their space and may be picked up for free by any other hero. Once the void gate has been sealed and all remaining enemies have been defeated, the hero has successfully completed the mission. So we know what the preacher is going to be doing. He's going to be trying to seal the gate. So we have to pick an epic threat here. And we're going to have to put a gate on this. There we go. Move this back, so I'm tired of that thing messing up. Alright, let's get an epic threat here. Okay, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. Right, growing dread. During the fight, a random group, enemy group gains an elite ability. Okay. Now you can try. Since we didn't have to heal, I'm going to try to do the intervention. I'll roll 2 dice. Okay. Of course, I will spin a grit. Alright, I will try to re-roll. Okay. Take that off of there. Okay. Close. Well, look at that. Okay. Finally got it. Use everything up. But we can get rid of that growing dread card, so we don't have to worry about that. Now we have to worry about the night terrors. Okay, and the 2 threat cards. Now we're going to be choosing from the medium threat and medium threat. Alright, so we're going to pick 2 medium threat cards here, and we get, come on, don't be snowball. D3 void hounds and 6 bandits. Great. That doesn't make, well, I don't know. Who says it doesn't make any sense? Okay, so we have to roll for the night terrors and the void hounds. Alright, well, it looks like we're going to get those. Well, we got lucky on the night terror, but we did not get lucky on the void hounds. So we got 1 night terror, 3 void hounds, and 6 bandits. Okay, let me set the board up. Alright, so the board is set. As you see, the void hounds, they always start out like in an ambush type position. So they've 1 on each person. We have the bandits there, and then of course the night terror with the lowest initiative is there. So the void hounds are actually going to attack first, and they attack each person first. And I guess we'll start in our order with the, how about we'll start with the Indian. They have a combat of 6. They do 1 damage. So let's see. Okay, well, 3 or higher to hit. It looks like the Indian got walloped really good. There is no special thing for if they roll 6s. So he took 5 hits. And he gets to roll for his defense. And he was able to defend 3 hits. So he takes 2 damage. And they only do 1 damage apiece. So that's not too bad. Okay, next is the Marshal. Well, that wasn't too bad. 3 hits. And he's able to defend 1, so he takes 2 damage. Okay. Alright, and the Preacher. 1, 2, 3 hits. He's able to defend 1, so he takes 2 damage as well. There is the Void Hounds. Okay, now it's the bandits. Now we have to remember some line of sight type stuff. So this one here is going to shoot at the marshal right there. So here we go with that. And we only got one hit. It's a crit, but so it's going to be 3 hits. But he defends all 3. This one right here is attacking the Indian. 2 hits, one's a crit. The Indian defends against 2, so he takes 4 damage. Okay. This one right here is attacking the marshal. 1 hit's a crit. Of course, and the marshal is able to defend against 1. Actually defends against all 3. So he's okay. This one here is attacking the Indian. Indian defends against, and we're going to have to roll a grit. So it only takes 2 wounds. And the Indian is at 8 health. He's hurting. Okay. This one here is going to attack the marshal. Jeez, man, these guys roll so great. Okay. Watch when the hero's turn time, they'll roll like crap. And the marshal does not able to defend against 3, 2, 4, 6. He's taking 6 damage. Once per turn, may re-roll a single defense roll. Okay, so he only takes 2. That's better. And this last one right here, he's right here. He can barely see him, but he is going to shoot. Well, can he? He's right here. I don't know if he's in good line of sight of that. Tell you what, we'll move him up 1, and he will shoot at the bandit. I mean, at the sorry, the Indian. All right. Well, we got lucky on that. Okay, now it's the Indian's turn. And I'm going to spin his grit right now, and I'm going to gain +2 combat. So that means I get 4 combat, and I'm going to try to hit the Void Hound and another Void Hound, to be honest with you. So we'll do that. 4 dice. Now their defense, they have that void phase. Defense is equal to the current initiative level in turn order. So they were 1, the Indians 2. I mean, bandits 2, Indians 3. So their defense is going to be 3. Okay, well, that's terrible. I knew that was going to happen. I knew it. Oh, wait a minute. I have the martial badge too. Okay. Once per adventure, give all heroes +2 shots with a gun or +2 combat they choose during their next activation. Okay. We're going to play that, actually. And we're going to spin a grit. And we're spinning the Indian's last grit. So he gets 6 combat, actually. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, these stupid ones, 4 hits. Okay, so I did 2 critical hits and then 2 regular hits. Okay, so let's do a critical hit here. It's going to go through defense on this one. 6 damage. This thing is dead. 1 Void Hound down, and we're going to get 25 experience for that. The second hit right here That's critical. That's 5 health. He's still alive. And then we have these 2 hits, and they have a defense of 3. Oh, actually, that's +1. So it kills this Void Hound right here. So we'll do another 25. And then the others are just wasted hits, but that's fine. That's fine. We got 2 Void Hounds done out of the way, and that's not too bad actually. Okay, so it's the Marshal's turn. He has a shotgun, and we're going to use it on. He also gets +2 shots, so I get 3 shots with him. So I'm gonna try to go 1, 1, 1, maybe. We'll see. Okay, well, guys, roll grit. That's I see. I tell you, 5. Sorry about the phone ringing there. So I rolled on my damage. We did a 7. So 1 bandit is out. So we'll take this one out. There's 1 hit. 15 experience. Well, actually gonna be 25 because I get to heal a wound for that, and I get an extra shot. So that means I got 3 more shots. Actually, 2 more shots because I missed. No, that was great. Okay, so I missed my 2nd shot. All right, got a critical hit on that one. 8 damage. Okay. That kills the Void Hound. That heals me a wound. That's going to give me 25, 35 experience. And my last shot, 6. That's another critical hit. 8. That's another kill. Okay, so it's another bandit out. That's another wound healed. And that's 35 more experience. Now it's the Preacher's turn. And the Preacher is going to he's going to shoot. I think it's as an action that I can read from the book or what. And you know, I forgot movement on everybody. So let's roll for movement on the Indian. No. Marshal. No. Preacher. No. Okay. During his activation. Okay, so I can try during my activation to do this. Which it doesn't say what all I can do. So I can try to do this. I assume that would be as an action. So we do have a revive for the Indian, and I don't think we're going to use 2 more revives. I think we may just use 1 more, but not 2 more. So instead of trying to heal the Indian, I'm going to try to read from the book. So I get a spirit test, and it is a spirit +5 for every 5+ roll, gain 10 experience and place a sanity marker on the gate. Okay, I have a spirit of 4, so let's do this. Okay, well, I got two of them, so I get to put 2 sanity markers on the gate. And you know what I also forgot to do is this thing. So we'll do that next. And I got 20 experience for doing that. Okay, now a Night Terror, any hero starting their activation on the same map tile automatically takes 2 horror hits. Well, that's everybody. So everybody's going to take 2 horror hits, so we'll go ahead and do that. Indian, well, he doesn't make it, so he's going to lose 2 sanity. I know it's a little out of order sometimes, but there's a lot of stuff to keep up with this in this game, so you have to kind of do that. Okay, he's able to, he only takes 1 horror hit. The Marshal does. And the Preacher takes 1 sanity damage as well. Okay, so that's not too bad. Now, he's reading from the book, so we got 2 on there. Now it is the Night Terror's turn, and he can't move through the bandits. I never moved the bandits, so actually I probably should have, but I didn't. Next turn though, they will move. So that is that turn. So we have to roll for Hold Back the Darkness. And look at that, a 9. So we're okay. 1, 2, 3. But we forgot to do this. I put that up there. Okay, so alright. So Hold Back the Darkness, we're good. So now it is our next turn, and it's the bandits' turn. Of course, the bandits are going to move, and they're going to shoot. Alright, now he's okay. He's going to shoot at the Indian. A couple ones and one hit. And he defended. So the Indian takes no damage. The Indian's going to get shot again from him. Oh, look at that, all misses. Okay, and then these two bandits are going to shoot at the marshal. So we'll start with the first one. Misses. Misses. So we got very lucky on that little turn right there. Okay, so it's the Indian's turn, and he's got the carbine. He's got 3 shots, and he's going to load it with these hell bullets. Discard to use until the end of the adventure. All of your gun to hit rolls of 1 count as critical hits, but also cause 1 corruption hit to you. But he has this thing where he can get rid of corruption, so that's not too bad. So he is going to use those. He gets 3 shots. No, wow, we did get a 1. And then he hits on that. So we get 1 critical hit and 1 regular hit. Let's roll for corruption. He made it, so he's not going to get a corruption hit. Then we get a critical on the bandit. 2. Okay. 4. Alright, so it kills 1 bandit. And that's going to be 15. Okay. Now it is the marshal's turn. He's got the shotgun. He has 1 shot, but if he can kill somebody, well, he misses. Okay. That's terrible. And now it's the priest's turn. And we're going to do the horror hits in a minute, but he's going to roll his spirit 5. Test. We need to close the gate. Okay, we got 1. So you get another 10 experience. Put another sanity on the thing. And now we have to take our horror hits for the Night Terror, actually. So we start with Indian Scout. He fails. He's losing 2 sanity. Alright, the Marshal makes it. And the Preacher takes 1 sanity damage. Okay. The Night Terror's turn. He's going to move, and he moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's attacking the Marshal. And he has, of course, 4 combat. And he hits. 3 hits. The Marshal blocks every one, so that's good. Okay. So that's the end of that turn. Now we have to, of course, roll for darkness. We did not make it. So the thing's going to move up, and now we have to roll to see if the bad thing happens here. And if we roll a... Okay, on the roll of a 1, 2, or 3, immediately add a low threat card. Well, we don't have to. We rolled a 6. So we lucked out on that. Okay. Bad guy's turn. Alright, this bandit's going to move here. He's going to move here, and he'll just stay there. Okay, so we have two bandits on the marshal again. Let's do this again. Miss. One hit, and that's going to count as 3. And the marshal defends. Then we have a hit on roll on Indian. Misses. Okay, now it's our hero's turn. The Indian's going to go. Of course, he has 3 shots with the carbine. And he's going to focus on these guys here. We got 1 crit. And 2 crits, actually. So we got 2 critical hits. Let's roll for corruption. He does not make it, so he has to take a corruption marker. Okay, he's corrupted 1. But we got 2 critical hits. Let's see what we do. Okay, wow. Alright, we're spending this on the bandit. This bandit is gone. And that is 15. Then we're spending this one on the Night Terror. And he has 12 health, but now he is down to 6. Okay, but we forgot to roll for our grit and horror hits. So let's start with the Indian. No. Okay, and the horror hits. He passes 1, he takes 1 sanity. Alright, now it's the marshal's turn, and we'll roll for movement on him. No, and then his horror hits. Yes, 2 horror hits. Oh boy. Okay, now his turn, and of course he has the shotgun, and he will be attacking the Night Terror. Okay, well, another miss. So he's not attacking anything. And the preacher gets the spirit test. Let's roll for no, and then horror hits. Yes, it takes 1 horror hit. Come on, Marsh, you gotta start rolling better than this now. Okay, so now it is the preacher's turn, and of course he's doing the spirit test again. And look at that, we closed it. Alright, so he gains 20 experience. And he seals the gate. The gate's closed, so we don't have a threat of any more monsters coming in and ruining it. So we've actually accomplished our mission. We've done the first part. We've sealed the gate. The gate is sealed, but we still have to kill these 3 guys left. And now we have to do the Night Terror. And of course, he is going to attack the marshal. So let's see what he gets. Okay, we got one hit. And the marshal gets to defend. He does not make it. So he's going to take 4 damage. So now he has 5 wounds. Okay. End of the turn. Let's do darkness roll 7. We just made it. The bandits get to go. And of course they're attacking the marshal. They're right here. They want to move around. Alright, so we got 3 on the marshal. The marshal defended 1, so he takes 2 more hits. So now we have the other bandit. He hits all 3 times. The marshal defends all 3 times. And now it is the Indian's turn. And of course he will be attacking our boy here. First we gotta roll for movement. Okay, no. Now we gotta roll for our horror hits. He passed. Now we roll for our damage. I'm thinking about attacking physically with him. I mean, well, alright, let's try to shoot him. Okay, well, we got 2 hits. 1's a crit. 2's a crit. We got to roll for corruption. Alright, we didn't get it. 2 critical hits. See how much damage we do. Of course, 2 damage. That's terrible. Look at that, 2 1s. Okay. I swear, man, these heroes can't roll for shit. But the bad guys can roll, no problem. 3, alright. The marshal's turn. Maybe he can hit somebody this time. Let's roll for movement. Of course not. The horror hit. Alright, he passed. Alright. And of course another 2. So he misses. And it's the preacher's turn. Now the preacher's going to do his sermon. And he is going to do a blessing for the Indian. He does it. And he heals. Oh, wait a minute. I forget about this. Dang it. Smite. Okay, so I rolled a 6 and a 2. We're going to change that. We're going to roll. Okay, he's going to spin it. Alright. 6 and 3 is 9. Because I used that. Well, that's only for blessing. God dang it. Yeah, it's only for blessing. He can't do it. Okay. I forgot about that. Alright, so let's go ahead and do it for the heal. We got the heal. He heals 3 from the Indian. And now that's the end of the turn, except for the Night Terror, who will attack the Marshal, because nobody can seem to shoot right now. 4 combat. Here we go. 2 hit. No, actually 1 hit. And the Marshal could not defend. So he's going to take 4 damage. But we can re-roll a single defense roll once per turn. And he still failed. Told you. So he is unconscious. He's out. We got to roll for his knockout. We get an 8. Crushed arm. You are -1 combat. Okay. Alright. And that's the end of that. Let's roll for darkness. We got it. 9. It's the bandit's turn. Now, since the Marshal is down, they will attack the preacher and the Indian. 1 apiece. Let's do the preacher. Let's do the Indian first. Alright, they hit 1. He is unable to defend, but he's alright. He's not dead yet. And then the preacher, they miss completely. So now it is our hero's turn, and it's the Indian's turn, and he's going to shoot the Night Terror. Alright, look at it. 2 critical hits. We gotta do 2 horror hits now. Alright, he takes 2 corruption. So 2 more corruption for the Indian. But we did get 2 critical hits. So let's see what we got and what we can place with them. We got a 4 and a 1. Okay. Well, that's terrible. We can kill the Night Terror, and that is what we're going to do. We kill the Night Terror. And you know what I forgot to roll for? As usual, let's roll for movement. And then let's do horror hits. Passed. Okay. We killed the Night Terror. The Night Terror is off the board. And we get, I don't know what, 15 experience. Okay, the other one was a critical hit. He went through his defense. He's going to gain 1 wound. Alright, the Marshal will revive. He's fully healed. Please let us end this. For crying out loud. And here we go. He gains a grip back. 5. Well, that's 1 hit. 7. That's going to kill it. So he kills him, and he gets another shot because of that. So he's going to gain 15. 6. That's a critical hit. 7. He kills him. 15. The Marshal's really good if you just don't roll like crap. I mean, if you roll bad on that, you're not. So we only use 2 revive tokens, and we have 1 the adventure, to be honest with you. So next is loot. So let me clear the board and get our loot situation. Okay, sorry about that. This place is phone central here. Alright, so, and our preacher's first one is coins. So he gains $25. We gave him some XP for that. 20 and $25. Alright, so the Indian's second one is Darkstone Shard. He gets 1 Darkstone. The marshal gets gold bars and another 250, so he's gonna have some good money. And the preacher gets an artifact card. Alright, let's see what he gets. More bullets, darkstone bullets. Well, I might as well give these to the Indian as well. And the bullets he just lost. So the Indian gains 1 darkstone shard. The marshal gains a darkstone shard. So he's swimming in darkstone. So he's probably going to want to get some runes. And the preacher gets some gold nuggets. Alright. $250. No vampire shotgun this time around. But, okay. Well, that's not too bad. I mean, we got a lot of these dumb runes and stuff, but I will probably use this to give to the Indian. See, he has, well, actually he may Mark of the Dead. Look at this. He actually may spin this. They don't make some trade. He may spin this man to do extra 2 damage against undead enemies. But actually we already do, so we'll probably give him, and they'll trade a little bit. So he'll probably spend that 2 Darkstone to put the Mark of the Void. So now when his combat comes, he is +1 against undead and +1 against void creatures. It's actually not that bad. Then we have Mark of the Dead here. I could put it on the shotgun. I may just sell it. So let's say we're going to sell. Actually, we might put Runes of Darkness and Mark of the Dead on the hatchet. We may actually do that. That would cost us 3 Darkstone. The Marshal can give him another Darkstone. So let's roll for corruption on the way back for town. Let's go ahead and do that for the Darkstone that we have. Oops. Okay. Well, the Marshal here is going to take 1 corruption. Well, where's that corruption from? Okay. Preacher is going to take. Why did I roll 3 dice for? Oh, that's right. Alright, I'm going to do the Indian. Okay, the Indian's only going to take 1 corruption. So he's at 4. We got to get some. We got to go see that doctor. And the preacher, he takes 1 corruption as well. Now, however, we do have this. At the end of each adventure, remove 1 corruption from yourself. So we removed 1, so he only has 3 corruption. So what's next? Well, we'll pull up the hexcrawl map, see which town they go to, and get ready for a town adventure. And go to the doctor and see what we can get. Alright, so I randomly rolled, and I rolled an 8. And so this is the mine that we were at right here, Gregory's Anthem. So the closest town is Cordes Claim, and it's a mining town, and that's what we're going to be heading to. So let's do our travel hazards, see what we get. Okay, well, I'm doing the mimic to do something stupid. Alright, 26. When you arrive in town, 2 random buildings have been destroyed by the Void Storm and cannot be visited during the town stay. Also, area gains 1 corruption point. Wow. That's pretty terrible. Alright, but we're going to use the tracker ability of the thing. I know it's for encounter cards and stuff, but I figure it could be for travel hazard too. And we roll that one because I don't want buildings destroyed. The hero that rolled the travel hazard must make a cunning 6 test. If you pass it, use the next adventure for every 1 roll, and he loses 1 sanity permanently. Yeesh. Alright, well, he has a cunning of 2. Didn't roll any 1s, thank goodness. And okay, so we don't gain the extra posse thing. Alright, so let's this. During your town stay, any Darkstone shards sold by the heroes are worth an extra $25. That's Darkstone Convoy. And for the Preacher, 44. Each hero may heal 2d6 wounds, and he makes. Also, each hero may recover 1 grit for each mutation he has. We don't have any mutations. So there are travel hazards. So, okay. So let's work on getting to town here. And we're at the mining town. Boom towns often spring up practically overnight in their area, found to be rich in gold and darkstone. These mining towns attract folk from all over, eager to find their fortune. A mining town always includes a general store, which we have right here. And let's see here. Everything sold at the general store is minus $25. Okay. Next time the mines are booming during the next adventure, which we won't really have to do. Void activity roll and see there's a town event at the end of each day. In town, roll an extra die. Either roll may trigger a town event or both. If the town event is triggered, set the darkness back to day 1 on the track as normal. Void activity, huh? The massive boom of local mining has uncovered countless new portals, releasing all manner of creatures and evil to find their way to town. When rolling to see if there's a town event at the end of each day, town, roll an extra die. If either roll triggers a town event, okay. Alright. And then we have extra options here. Daily events for these. Alright. So, we're all going to stay at the hotel. We have a daily event as well. Persecution. Filled with hate for their cursed mutant, the town folk form an angry mob, begin scouring the town to find and punish the unclean outsiders they have heard rumor of. Okay, well, we don't have any mutations, so we don't have to worry about that. And we have our scout has 375 experience, 210 gold. Our marshal has 495 experience. He was 5 short of leveling up. 725 gold. Our preacher has 195 experience. He didn't fight much, but he has 575 gold. So we're all going to stay at the hotel. It's $10 a day. So we're going to do that. Also, we're all going to the doctor. So let's do that. First, we send everybody to the doctor. Let's get the doctor chart here. There it is. And see what happens at the doctor's office. I rolled a 9. All attempts at surgery are made at +1 to the roll. Okay, well that's good. Okay, so let's treat some corruption. You may remove any number of corruption points for D6. Then roll a D6 on a 1, 2, or 3. Take D6 wounds. For $100 each. Well, the Indian has 3, so he's going to have to pay $300. He doesn't have $300. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the marshal let him borrow 100. And so he's going to have 625. And then you take that, and he has $10 left. And he's going to heal his corruption. Let's see if he gains any wounds. No, okay. So the corruption is gone for the Indian. Then he has to have surgery. Because remember, he has that concussion. And he's -1 initiative. And I don't want to do that. Now, if you can afford to pay the cost, choose one injury or mutation you want to remove and roll the chart. Alright, so let's see how much it's going to cost the Indian. Oh, it's only going to cost him $50. So he's going to borrow another 50 from, he's going to borrow 50 from the preacher. That's going to make it 145. Oh, we had 10. So that's his last bit of money there. And 10 for the hotel. 10 for the hotel. Okay. So he gets to roll the die, and he gets to add 1, 5, success. So that's healed. Okay, so the marshal has 1 corruption, so he has to pay $100. He's going to get rid of that corruption, so he's at 515. Now he's going to pay for his surgery. It's going to cost him, let's see, cost him 200. So he's at 315. But let's roll for that. 4, 5. So success. So he is healed. The preacher only has to pay for his corruption. I forgot to do the wound thing on him. And did the wound thing on him. And he's going to pay $100. I marked the wrong thing. It's 195 here. It's 50, so it's 525, and then 515, and then 515, and 100 is 415. So our preacher has $415. So they're all healed. They're all good. And let us roll for a town event. Okay, no town event. Let's move it here. We're back at the hotel. Everybody's got to pay 10 bucks. 305. 405. And the Indian has no money. I guess he can borrow 10 from each of these guys. So he's at 300 and he's at 400. Alright, so now he has no money. Alright, let's do a daily event. It's just another day on the frontier of the Wild West, death and adventure around every corner. If in a specialty town, roll for that. Alright, we are in a specialty town. We got to roll for the mining event here on daily events. Heroes may purchase Darkstone for only $100 per shard. However, the Darkstone may not be sold anywhere in town for the rest of this town's stay. Okay. Now, we want to go to the blacksmith. And the reason being is we have some Darkstone and we want to attach to some stuff. So, he has the preacher. We'll start with him first. He goes to the blacksmith. We'll send him here. We'll all probably end up going to the blacksmith, but we'll see. Let's roll on his chart. Alright. No event. Okay. Alright. So, okay. He's going to take these 2 Darkstone, and we're going to get the Mark of the Void on the Holy Book. So, the Holy Book is now Mark of the Void. So, there's that. And it's going to cost him $100 to do that, so he's down to $300. Okay. He isn't going to sell anything. He's going to sell Darkstone. His Darkstone, he's just going to sell it. And it said it was 100, so he's going to gain $200. That gives him $500. Now, the Indian is going to sell 1 Darkstone. No, actually, he's going to do the blacksmith. All right, so he's getting rid of all his Darkstone. And he's adding the Mark of the Dead and the Rune of Darkness to his hatchet. Plus 1 damage to undead. Anytime the darkness moves on the depth track, you may heal 1 sanity. Okay. It's not too bad. However, it's going to cost him $200 to do. And he has no money, so he's going to borrow it from the marshal. It is $300. Okay. There's that. So, we're fine with that. We have that done. Now, we have a sheriff's office, a general store, and a street market, and all this kind of stuff we might want to visit. I don't really know if we want to visit anything. I know we want to buy some whiskey and maybe a dynamite for our next adventure. So that's $250. So out of our $600, we don't have much money left actually. However, well, I would like. Well, all right. They didn't. Let me see the street market. I'm not. Let me use that one. See here, bathhouse. All right, dark stone. You may sell dark stone. Well, street gambling. Purchase items. Butcher's blade. Actually, I'm thinking about getting the preacher a knife. As a matter of fact, so that would be at the. I guess maybe at the general store. That butcher's blade. Wow. Let's see. No. Hats, pistol, butcher's blade. That butcher's blade would be good, man. Each time you damage, you may have +1 damage. Wow. That stacks too for multiple hits. Whew. But that's $750. We don't have the money for that. Wait a minute now. There's got to be a knife somewhere on here. We got these. Pistol. I guess there's not a knife on this one. No. Does the dock have a knife? No. It's a bone saw. What are you gonna do with that? Okay. And we check the street market. I guess that there's no knife here. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Indian trading post. Here we go. Throwing hatchet. Oh, well, no. Bows, arrows, scout bag, cavalryman. No. Okay. We have nothing there. We have the blacksmith. There we go again. No, nothing there. Smuggler's Den. I kind of doubt we have anything worth getting there. I mean, that was the saloon. Smuggler's Den. Let's see here. Tequila, illegal ammo. Clothing. Sawed-off shotgun. Pistol. No, we don't have nothing there. Sheriff's office. Nope. We do not have. Okay, it looks like we don't have any place to buy a good hunting knife, so I can't believe that, but okay. So, that's going to be it for this adventure. We're going to have a little bit left over. We still have the darkstone bullets, and we have our runes attached to our hatchet. And our hatchet's filled up now. That's not bad. Okay, well, we were successful this time, even though I rode pretty terrible. I mean, I was doing some bad rolling for my heroes. The villains, man, I was rolling them pretty good. But the bad rolls were pretty terrible. Next time we play, we're going to go back to our outlaw group on their second mission and see what happens. But hey, I hope you enjoyed this Shadows Sunday. And like I said again, next time on Shadow Sunday, we will be back, and we have the outlaws who actually failed their mission. So we'll see how things are turning for them. So I hope you enjoyed it. Until then, have fun.